Are you ready for a new world order? The new world order agenda has been revealed clearly at the 2022 World Government Summit. In this video, we're going to look at some of the conversations they had. Very fascinating as to what is right in front of us. If you've not subscribed yet to our channel, then subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button, on the bell, and on all. You receive the notifications when we upload new videos. If you want to donate to the self-supporting ministry, you can do so via PayPal, a once-off donation, or using the banking details below if you're South African, or you can become a Patreon or a member right here on YouTube. We really appreciate everything that comes in so we can continue with the work that God has called us to do. Let's get back to the video. The world governments are using COVID-19, climate change, and the war between Russia and Ukraine as a foundation to bring in a new world order. Is this anything new? Is this something new that the governments are calling for because of these disasters that are currently happening? No, my friends. This has been on the cards for years. Listen to what George W. Bush Sr. said when he was the President of the United States of America.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Here in this video, he says the rule of law will govern the conduct of nations. What law? Well, it's the law that the second beast of Revelation 13 and the first beast of Revelation 13 will bring in. That's the United States of America and the papacy. And here we can read how the Pope calls for a new world order. Now it's time to build a new world without inequality, injustice, according to the Pope. And Pope John Paul II, also in this article, Pope calls for a new world order. And Biden just recently called for a new world order. So the governments of the world, they are calling for a new world order. The American president specifically calls for a new world order. And the Pope calls for a new world order. This shows us that we are heading fast towards the end. That these two beasts will work together, United States of America and the papacy. The governments will work together. The apostate Protestants, the false prophet in the United States of America, will work with the papacy to bring in the final events. Now, as I said, I'm going to talk about this World Government Summit. And I would just want to play a few clips for you from the summit.
Highnesses, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good morning on what is the first official day of World Government Summit here at Dubai Expo 2020. And the title of this session, are we ready for a new world order? We must, because I believe what is clear is that we have hit an inflection point. We are certainly living in a unique age of uncertainty and volatility in global affairs. Whether you are from the global north or the global south, we have all collectively lived through the twilight zone that was the pandemic and the changes to our social, our digital, and our fiscal landscape that COVID-19 wrought. And just as the world re-emerges from the pandemic, we are faced with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which certainly feels like a transformative geopolitical moment. If we are looking at a new world order that is, as Pippa describes it, decentralized, if we are looking at a new world that is not a single power based, as it were, and a world that is layered by these, what feel like very new global issues of climate change, of cybersecurity, as you suggest, of technology and the speed of that. What does that mean for this region? Because the perspective that we discuss world order through
Well, first of all, let's take a look at what makes up world orders. World orders are that a group of countries across the world agree to a set of rules, and they agree to play by them.
And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
And as you can see here, they're calling for a group of countries under one law. Well, that's what George Bush said. One law that governs the conduct of nations. The Bible says there will be a law enacted in the end of time. A law that will force people to receive the mark of the beast, and they may not be able to buy and sell. It is also fascinating to note that at this summit, they want to bring in a new currency, a digital one, where they can track your every movement, real-time transactions, what you are doing. The Bible says in Revelation chapter 13, 16 and 17, it causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their foreheads, that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the Bible warns that there will be a time that we cannot buy and sell if we do not obey the law that the United States of America will bring in, and that's a Sunday law. A law that will tell everyone to rest on Sunday. It is good for the environment, climate change. It is good for our spirituality and for family, so that we won't be engaging in wars and we won't be affected by COVID because God's hand is heavily upon the nations. These are the things that's been circulating in the news the last few years, showing that the stage is being set for a Sunday law to be enacted by the world governments. My friends, the Bible says in Revelation 17 verse 13, these are of one mind, and they will give their power and authority to the beast. The Bible says that Western Europe will never unite again. The feet will stay divided in Daniel chapter 2. Click on the card in the upper right corner to watch that video where I explained, also along with the New World Order, that Daniel chapter 2 says in verse 43, as you saw iron mixed with ceramic clay, they will mingle with the seed of men, but they will not adhere one to another, just as iron does not mix with clay. Meaning Western Europe, Rome was divided into the Western European nations, the 10 Germanic tribes. The Bible says they will never unite. But the Bible does warn, the powers that be will give their power over to the beast for 1 hour, prophetic hour, and they will give their authority to the beast. And the beast is calling for a new world order, and the world governments are calling for a new world order. This is all pointing to the end, my friends. How close is it? We don't know. What I do know is, on a daily basis, let's live lives consecrated to the will of God. Lives that are so in tune with God that when His voice directs us, we would follow. If you've liked this video, then leave a comment below, like it, share it with your friends, ask questions about videos that you would like to see in the future, questions about the Bible, and then I will make those videos. If you want to donate to the self-supporting ministry, you can do so by using the details below, and then pray for our channel so that we can bring the gospel to as many people as possible.